Welcome back to Pole Barn Garage, where the inevitable Jim and I have...
The hell'd you rope me into?
I bought these two Torinos, sight unseen.
You bought 1.5 Torinos.
So this is a 69 Torino GT. Well, this is most of a 69 Torino GT. It's missing a few key components, you might say. It's been sideswiped pretty hard enough that it ripped the rear end out of it. But the cool thing is, I mean, it's a legit GT. Yep. This is a cool car. And I scored both of these fastback Torinos for $2,000. It's a good buy, but it's going to take a little bit of work to make...
Define a little bit. What's this little bit crap?
2 days, Jim, and we're driving home.
God, okay. Right.
This one is a 68, which I think we would probably call the parts car. It's, you know, it's missing a few things, but I think there's some goodies here we could use if we need to. This has a motor in it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, little
we
oil.
can inspect the timing chain right from here.
It looks fine, actually.
It's awesome.
It's good. We'll be focusing on this car. It's the 69. It's not good. I mean, it's not bad, though. I mean, this is a fixable car, I think. Yeah. It's got 8 tracks in it. Looky there. Yeah, I did cheat a little. I do know there is an engine in it. That's.
Can we see what shape it's in?
I guess, if you really want to.
Is everything here?
What?
Really?
What?
What?
Oh, this thing will drive home.
Missing a couple.
Like what?
A couple pieces in this general area.
No, really. I mean.
Okay, well, what do we got?
You know what's cool is it is
351.
351. Is that carburetor? Oh.
Quick release.
Okay, cool.
We have a rat outhouse. Hey, we can inspect the valve train. It's already open.
Oh, well, yeah, go ahead. Hey, it's all there. Well,
we're just gonna cover that, right?
Put that back.
Back up.
I don't want to know.
Cooling system's gonna have an issue. We got a hole in a frost plug. Oh, the spark plugs are already out, and they have been for quite a while. Transmission?
Yeah, I guess you
see if it's got.
There is a transmission in it.
Wow.
No, that's Type F. It's supposed to look like that. You need to quit overreacting because...
I'm not overreacting. I think this is going to be freaking awesome.
We only have to drive this thing home 200 miles. What could possibly go wrong? First things first, it needs a rear end.
Yes.
And the guy I bought it from is very generous, is going to let us use his shop. Thank God, otherwise we'd be out here. Before we do that, I want to throw a bar on the engine, and let's make sure we're...
Why start now? Why start thinking now? We apparently haven't thought to this point.
I bought these cars a month ago. It was New Year's. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Well, yeah. Alcohol may have been involved. Get your damn bar.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, good. We'll go with the other way.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll go the other way. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well.
Ooh. I heard it hit something back there. Listen. We'll see. Listen back there. Right. Yeah, it hits.
It's something in the cell.
Something hard. Because it's nice. There's a spot there, but then listen. Yeah, it's back here on the left. Mm-hmm. Passenger bank somewhere. Okay, there's that was the rough spot that valve opened. I didn't see either one of these open. Let's go back the other way.
I'm thinking number 3. Number 3 is our culprit. Yeah, there goes number 3 on the intake.
Yeah, three exhaust and 4 intake are not moving.
All right. Well, I don't think it's a bearing.
No, I don't think it's a bearing. It's probably just full of crap because there's...
Full of crap.
We're missing a bunch of parts. I bet they're in the trunk. I bet they're in the trunk. Let's go look at the trunk.
They're not in the trunk.
Well, there could be something in the trunk. Oh, there's something in the trunk, all right.
Oh, my God. Am I going to the hospital again?
Coon shit and walnut. We'll just put that right back down. Hey, we have dual CB antenna.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's cool. That's cool.
We got the double stroke. God, got the double stroker.
Please stop.
It's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. That gives us just enough time. We could probably get the rear end out of this car, put it in this car. Makes this car movable. Rollishable. We put this car into our generous host shop, destroy it. After we do that, it's going to be dark, it's going to be late, it's been a long day. We'll go get some diesel and soak that engine down, right down the throat, and let it soak for 24 hours. And,
that's about 8 hours.
Well, we'll let it soak as much as we can. Yeah. We're going to need these springs and put them back in that car. So we'll get the front of the spring bolted in this car. Then we'll worry about removing this rear end. Then we'll just roll this rear end into here. We may need the shackle bolts and stuff off of it. I'm not sure, but oh no, they're right here. There's the shackle mounts here. They don't look great, but they'll work.
Oh, there's one. She's a little warm.
Yeah, don't touch that.
You've got to be kidding me. Look at those things smoking.
Like butter, baby.
Yep, that's my line, you bastard. Like butter. Oh, there we go. One spring.
Freaking awesome. Now, I did bring new ones. Either way, we're going to need these so we can put it in the other car so I can bring it home too. It's scary as hell.
I hate to tell you this, Dalton, but the frame's actually really good on this.
I know.
Well, let me see. It's not a frame, it's a unibody, but the spring perch pockets and everything are, it's solid under here. We actually have something to work with.
Well, this is scary as hell.
What is?
Oh, just everything, Jim. Everything's scary as hell. Yep. Kind of hope this kills me, but we'll see. There we go.
Got this one in.
Cool. All right. Let's go get a rear end. I nicked the brake line on this one.
God damn, yeah.
Pull our drive shaft off and get this thing shoved up in here. We'll put the drive shaft back in later.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man.
Look at that. Coming on up. All right, right there. Hold on.
Why'd yours go so good?
Because it's me.
All right, well, before we finish this up, I'm going to have to get these drums off because it ain't rolling. There we go.
This one turns.
Shit, that don't look bad.
Fuck, it's got new hardware.
It does.
That's new shoes.
Got new shoes.
New hardware.
A newer wheel cylinder, too. All right. Jim, we have more of a car now than we did earlier. Oh, well, this sucks. First drive. When's this thing been off the road? 1998. Hell yeah. Be good to me, Torino. I'll be good to you. Well, Jim, we got it in here.
Yeah.
I think our first course of action, now that we got a rear end, we need to see if this thing will run before we do anything else. So that means clean all this off and get it marinating.
Yes, let's use a diesel and oil concoction for the evening.
Yes.
Give it the old Molotov cocktail, and then come back in the morning, drain it out, and see what we got.
Pray. This thing doesn't look very good here, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it looks pretty bad. Can we fill it up with premium, please?
Premium?
Ethyl?
I only got number 2 diesel.
Okay, well, that'll work. Right down the throat, and then we'll go down each side?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Since we think we might have stuck valves as well as other things. Oh,
okay, we're coming on spark plug holes.
Yep.
Alright, let's go down the sides now.
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to soak the bottom side of the pistons, the bearings, the valves, every damn thing, because something's stuck and it's pissed off.
So we're going to drown it. I'm going to diesel the carburetor a little bit too, because it needs this. So it sees too.
Let's diesel the frame rails while we're at it. Well, we made a parts list. We're checking it twice. I'm going to try to get these cylinders a little more coated. Kind of get everything a little more coated. That's our list.
But I don't understand why we have this list, Dalton, when you brought all of that.
Yes, I did.
So we got, so just so I understand this, it's okay. So we have to put all of that and all of this in that in 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let's go.
It has marinated.
Yes. With the special sauce.
Yeah.
So are we feeling lucky today, sir?
No.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh. Dude. Did it work? Holy shit, it worked.
It had a happy ending.
It's got some kind of compression because it's squirting all over the place.
Oh. You have any more?
Diesel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's run it down the carb for the rest of the cylinders that didn't get any in them.
Okay, yeah, good idea.
Because some of the valves were closed. I've been going the same direction.
It just stopped out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
I'll back it off, I guess.
Oh, it went past it again. But hang on a second. Let me see. I want to see if that's there again. 'Cause that's, yep, right there.
Get some more in there. She's coming around, man. Let's see what comes out. Nasty, but it's just diesel. I don't think there's any oil in it, Jim.
Well, I haven't seen anything dark yet.
Nope. I'm through a disposable oil filter on there. Very disposable.
Very disposable.
Next step here is dump some oil in this. Then we'll wing it over with the starter. Make sure everything feels good. Stick your thumbs in the spark plug holes. Feel for compression. And once we have that, then we can actually start trying to make it vroom. And so we got to make a parts run anyway to go get some oil and stuff. I figure I better knock this freeze plug out of here so we got something to go off of. Because it is pretty bad. Little rust. So we've got a 5-gallon bucket of used oil here.
And a styrofoam Casey's cup.
That's right. And we're gonna just pour that in because we don't want to crank it dry. But we don't, I mean, there's no reason to waste $30, $40 on 5 quarts of good oil.
So let's just put some in it and go.
Yep, and then we'll flush it back out.
Okay.
My buddy Ray is here. With Wrenching with Ray on YouTube.
Now he's bringing in reinforcements. He's got both of us here. We both got drug into this crap.
I figured I probably needed help. So anyway, she's full of questionable oil. Let's see if we can't get this thing to spin with the starter. That would be nice.
Yes.
Doing a whole lot of nothing, but these cables aren't, well, they're not the best. We should be able to just touch the starter wire straight to the battery and it should do something, but it's not. To replace that cable to the starter, you kind of need to drop the starter anyway. I say we just replace it.
We got one, don't we?
Yeah, I got one.
Well, let's do it.
Hopefully this comes off. Starter's off. It actually looks really nice, so this is probably totally unnecessary, but I figured we'd be here anyway. I'm gonna take a peek up in the bell housing. No rat nest, actually. Come on, Ray, just chew through that cable so I can get it out of here.
My teeth ain't sharp enough. They're gonna make me hit my finger now. Ow.
Since the one was leaking, we might as well change both of them. Flush-ish, almost. All right, let's pop that thermostat housing off and see how bad it looks in behind that thermostat.
We're gonna need a wrench on that one probably.
Cool passages haven't looked too awful bad in it.
I bet it's good.
Oh, I bet it's great.
It's amazing. Showroom new. Are you done yet?
Yeah, I am, finally. Oh, what a pain in the ass.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
I mean,
It's
I've seen way worse.
That's the thermostat.
There's a gravel road in there.
Oh,
Mud dauber.
it's just packed full of mud dauber, though. It ain't rotten. Usually they're disintegrated.
Little dirt dauber. Nature's preservation.
That's right. It's like a silica gel packet, you know, in your beef jerky. They just fill the whole engine that way. Let's see what happens, gentlemen. Oh. Oh, baby. Note how there's nothing coming out of those holes.
All there is here.
Got compression.
Got compression.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Dude, she'll run.
Yeah.
That's gonna run. That was locked up less than 12 hours ago. I just filled the cylinders with Croil, and we're gonna spin it again. I feel rust flying out of the holes.
How charged was that battery?
Well, my muffler guy gave it to me for free.
So I'm thinking we're going to be buying a new battery.
Yeah, we should probably go buy a battery.
Because there's no compression, it's already dying.
Yeah, well, but it worked, though.
Yes, it worked.
It did what we needed it to do.
Yes.
We have a cord. Here, let me help you out, Jim.
Yes, we need to put in the work area.
I'm going to work on the distributor.
I'll rebuild the intake.
Thank you.
Yummy!
Yeah, we better wash this out. Try to get them, whatever's in there, we got to try to get it down to the crankcase. Well, that looks really nice.
Definitely better. Upgrade.
We ain't got much, but we got a new thermostat housing. Let's change the oil. Let's see if it
Actually pumped anything.
did.
Okay, good.
It did. She's full. Look at
Excellent.
that.
Do we dare cut it open and look inside?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
You don't think there'll be any squirrels or snakes in it?
No, no. It'd be funny if the oil came out cleaner than it went in.
Because we filtered it. You guys got new valve cover gaskets on our valve covers. We'll throw these on, then we can fill it with oil. Robbing some valve cover bolts.
Yeah. They're easy to get to.
That's why I buy my cars in pairs. You know it's bad when I trust those points more than the new ones I bought. Much rather run these points. Things get kind of scatterbrained here whenever you have this. I mean, we got a lot of stuff to do, so you're gonna have to bear with me as we bounce around and try to hit as much as we can to get this thing done in a semi-reasonable amount of time.
2050, so it kind of takes its sweet old time getting in there.
That 2050 VR1 is going to hold this whole machine together. We're practically restoring this thing.
Did you check if we have points, Sparky?
No.
Okay,
Should we?
probably.
You're putting AC Delcos in a Ford. A spark plug is a spark plug is a spark plug. I'm just throwing my plugs in here, and then we got to go make another parts run. These look like they were gapped about 35 thou. I didn't bring a gap gauge, so.
Yeah, you did. You looked at them.
I did look at them.
They're gapped.
I got the ichrometer on it.
That's right.
So she's full of oil. It's got spark plugs. It's got a rotor. The points are clean-ish. I've got the distributor soaking because I think the mechanical advance is locked up, but I do not want to try to pull that distributor out here. I'll do it at home, but not here. We just got back with our new starter solenoid, and hey, looky there. You were making fun of me.
I know I was, but I always do.
It's working-ish.
Ish.
It'll come around. We got most of our harness here. The coil power has been chewed in half. We just need to maybe put a chunk of wire in there and put that back together. For now, we'll just touch that straight to the battery. That's hooked up. It's not on fire yet.
You do realize you used the operative word, yet.
Got a load on the coil. It's arcing in all the wrong spots right now, but it's trying. You can see the flash. I think we need to clean them a little bit more.
Another coil. Ish.
Put a coil lead on it too. Oh yeah. She's jumping, man. Yeah, baby. We got spark.
Okay.
Good coil. Good points. We're buried in rat shit and mud for the last God knows how long.
Yeah. Oh, points are sparking like crazy.
They're beautiful. We just looked at the firing order on the intake. It is a 302, not a 351. Well, that's disappointing. I thought it was a 351, but I'm just not a Ford guy, really. But I play one on TV sometimes. So we need to find top dead center to know where number 1 goes. This is number 1. Conveniently, the distributor cap's actually marked for it. We're ready to see if she makes beautiful noises. We're all wired for
Well,
sound.
noises. I don't know about beautiful. Noises will be good.
If we just shoot some brake clean down the intake, we should be able to hear it go, blah, 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 and that's all we need.
Oh, yes.
it runs.
Look at all the crap that blew out of it. Look at all this. Look at all the crap.
That was all in here. I should keep that for a souvenir. It didn't even sound bad.
No.
It sounded good. Try that with a modern car in 40 years. Let me know how that goes. It's not going to happen.
Not happening.
I can't believe you got that door open.
Yeah, about fell out.
Want to change the door? Because we got another one.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to work on water pump stuff.
I'm in the car rebuild room.
Yep. Jim's going to go through the Autolite 2100. Yeah.
It's a little on the stuck side though.
It's very stuck.
It's very seized. I'll let you know.
Well, damn, you made quick work of that. I didn't even get over here in time. You got it freed up? Well, you guys are doing all kinds of shit, and I'm over here just trying to find bolts to bolt the water pump on.
It didn't bring us along just to look pretty, although we do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a little...
Oh, it's just a little organic material. It's all right.
Oh, she need cleaned out, yes.
But it came apart.
Yes.
So,
well, so far.
how's this coming?
It's still going. It's 3 hours later.
You know, it's a good thing you're pulling that door, because this VIN number matches the title I have.
Oh.
Yeah. Our gracious host, Zeb, has a 289 out here in the woods. I can yank all of our water pump bolts out of it if they're any good, which they probably are. So we'll just yank all this off and use it on our motor. Well, this door is off of a different car too.
It's white.
Who knows? I don't know what car I actually bought, but it's probably not either of these two. I'm cleaning up water pump bolts, and you might have noticed we were missing a water pump pulley. So the guys at O'Reilly told me about you. I didn't explain it here, but Michael brought a water pump pulley, which, as you'll see later, didn't end up working for us, but Michael did end up working for us, and that was really nice.
What's going on?
Turns out you watch the channel. So that means that you foolishly want to hang around. So I'm just going to go ahead and assign you a terrible job to do. I guess. If you want to, seriously, you do not need to. Look at this. God, I got me so good here. I gotta scrounge up a few more bolts here, but we're getting pretty close on this. I don't think any of them were busted off in the block, Jim.
The one, that top left one?
Nope.
It wasn't as deep as the rest.
It threaded in. So
right.
we're good.
We're not going to argue that point.
No, hell no. Well, it threaded right into that mud dauber's nest. Got this sitting up here, just hitting this stud right here. So we're just gonna turn this stud into a bolt real quick. Oh, look, it fits like a glove now.
Carburetor update. We have got lots of debris cleaned out for passages, but things are cleaning up actually fairly well.
It looks nice.
Yeah, got quite a bit out of this. We're getting there. I will tell you, those jets were the hardest, most stuck-in jets I've ever taken out of a carburetor.
I can't believe you got those out.
Took this.
Water pump update. I gotta run to the hardware store and get some. I need one bolt for this one right here. I don't have nothing. Just that one. I scrounged up the rest. But I need to get some to put the lower pulley on. I need some to put the water pump pulley on. So I'm going to go buy everything they have. While I ran to the hardware store to buy all of their hardware, Ray and Michael got that door to fit. They had to gently massage the fender to make it open and shut. And Jim got the carburetor slammed back together. Well, Ray, you got a split. Yeah. But you and Michael got that door hung, and Michael just ran out too.
Look at this.
Wow.
And then to open it, you just got to push a little hard on the button.
That's mint, man.
It's mint.
Beautiful.
And now you have a custom vent in the fender.
Hell yeah. Jim, you got the carb done.
It's on.
I got the water pump on.
Fuel pump's next.
You put the fuel pump on? I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna put the bypass hose on and lower in the crank pulley.
Okay.
My run to Fastenal was, well, I bought everything they had. So
as you should.
We have bolts now. We got heater core bypass. We got our bypass hose on here. We've got brackets, a water pump, a fuel pump.
Yep.
Fuel filter hooked to the carburetor. Oh, we need the 2 other nuts for that.
Yep, the 2 nuts for the carburetor.
We do have
fuel line from the pump to the carb.
I got the wrong lower pulley. It doesn't even fit the damper, actually. I don't know what the hell this is for. Stepping away from the engine for a minute. We got keys.
Keyage. Alrighty.
We'll go pop this in. I'm tapping the holes for the alternator. See, this is it's a really rare tap. It's a grade 8. I got it in there about 4 threads. That might be all we get.
That's why God made washers, Dalton.
That's right. I bought some too, just like I bought everything else at the Fastenal store.
You picked up a factory Ford spacer for the alternator?
Yeah, 5 of them.
Excellent.
So we need to know the correct spacing for this side of it as well.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Oh, see, we need a lot more.
We need a lug nut and 2 washers.
Yes, sir. 1 lug nut and those washers would do her. And then on this end, you see, we're going to need a lug nut and about 4 washers.
4 washers.
Yes, sir.
Who said this shit isn't scientific? There we go.
See, that
is pro-scientifically measured. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Done.
We cleaned up our mess.
Yes. Well, the first mess.
The first mess.
There's going to be another one.
There's going to be more, but...
We just made it so now we can lay underneath it. Because now it's floor work.
We got the car up in the air on all 4s and figured we should put a drive shaft in it so that we could see if the transmission was any good. We attempted to use the original U-joint, which was frozen, and I did get it freed up, and then all the needle bearings fell out of it. Then I tried to half-ass putting some caps from new U-joints on it, and that didn't fit the rear end. So of course we ended up doing it the right way anyway and replacing the U-joint. The cruel whims of fate have determined that we have to put a U-joint in this. The inside portion of this U-joint is slightly narrower than the old one. So it holds the cap out about 1/16 of an inch and it won't go in the rear end.
You know you're avoiding the wash down your Harbor Freight pocket.
No, I'm not. They'll take this thing back in a second. This took us, what, 5 minutes to do it the right way? How much time did we spend trying to do it the wrong way?
We aren't going to talk about that.
Okay. This is a weird spot for a rust hole.
I thought so too.
Yeah, you're right. This one on the outside I get, because that would be from the window leaking, but this one right in the middle, and the other side is perfectly solid.
I wonder if somebody put a hole in there for something.
Either that or they like left a car battery on it, you know? We got a brand new U-joint drive shaft now. So back on, let's see if it runs, see if transmission work. We got transmission cooler, El Cheapy. That went right there.
I know. Put it like crossways right here?
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
You evicting that mud dauber?
Yes, full eviction going on.
Damn, dude, that's rough. Chemical warfare.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is about doing stuff like this?
Yeah.
Is you always feel like you're treading water.
What do you mean?
It never really feels like you're getting anywhere until you are. Like until it's done.
All of a sudden it's like, oh,
You're like, wow.
you actually produced something.
Exactly.
It's because you hit another roadblock, oh, another issue, another thing I gotta solve,
How you doing, Jim?
It's getting chilly.
I think you're just full of hot air.
Well, it's probably a combination of both.
I'm trying to figure out throttle linkage on it. I think I got something going. That's beautiful.
Yes, it's for temporary installation.
Yeah, we'll put it on the radiator whenever we
Yes,
get one.
it's just up here hanging out.
We're going to fill the bowl on the carb and just see if this thing will run for 30 seconds or so.
I cleaned those vents out. They were full of mud daubers, so I know they're...
Why would they be full of mud daubers?
No. There was shit in this carburetor in places I've never seen in one of these carburetors. Ran out of fuel.
Yep. It sounded fine.
Yeah.
Happy. But
Little valve train noise.
I shoved the car in drive.
Okay.
So when she fires up next, we can just see if it starts doing stuff.
Yeah, see if the wheels do anything.
It's moving. It's got transmission.
Go to reverse.
Nothing yet. I don't know if it's in reverse. There.
Rev it up a little.
Watch that.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. There we go. There you go.
Oh yeah, that transmission works good. She's rolling. Yeah. So she runs of her own accord, more or less.
And the transmission goes forward and reverse.
We got potentially a transmission.
That's great
That's
news.
big. It'd be really cool if the switch and everything would just work in the car, you know?
You mentioned it's like we don't have any interior cabin feed.
Yes, and I believe that comes out of the regulator. So I have no power on the regulator. And if my theory's right, and these connections look abysmal, that there should be power here from there, right? Because this has to sense battery voltage. We do have power going into the cabin on this heavy black and yellow, which comes off of that. So all of this is good. Could be bulkhead connection or something else. I'm gonna crawl inside and I'm gonna verify on something in there if there's power or not. That bulkhead connector goes straight into the fuse box, and to unplug it you just take this bolt out here, it looks like, so it's not too bad. Got power. Yeah, this fuse box is lit up, man. Is this ignition switch not in right, maybe? Definitely got power out of the switch, so that should be working if the switch works.
What's the condition of the plug?
It looks okay.
Okay.
It's not terrible. Let me make sure I had it plugged in right, maybe? I would just think that something somewhere should be, you know, lighting up or...
Coming to life, yeah.
Key on is sending power somewhere. So I guess let's go check out there again and see if we suddenly have power out there, because that wouldn't be the strangest thing that's ever happened. We got coil power.
Go switch it off, see if it disappears. Key is off. Key is back on. Yes, we have ignition signal to the coil.
Worst comes to worst, we put a push button on it. We could shut it off with the key. The key is powering the coil. It's running through the resistor. It's working like it should.
Yep.
We won't burn up points. I'm gonna change this voltage regulator just because it doesn't look terribly good. And I'm gonna clean these contacts really well. But at least one side effect of this is we inspected the whole charging harness, and it looks pretty good, really. It's not that bad. So if we need that to charge, and we need the key to shut the car off. That's all you need. Like, that's it. That's all you need in an old car.
Yep. Is that a wrap for tonight?
I'm gonna put this regulator on just so I can feel like I did something a little extra. You know how it goes. If you do an extra 10 minutes at the end of the night, it'll save you an hour the next day, every time.
That's because it will never go smoothly the next day. Because it's going smoothly right now.
We've had a good
So
day.
let's milk it for all it's worth. Got the wheels off.
Yeah.
Please tell me we got something better looking than these coming.
Ford Ranger wheels, you don't like them?
Well, I like them, but not for a 69 Torino.
Oh, yeah, I got something coming. You guys know me. I couldn't possibly drive this piece of shit home on just, you know, chump wheels. Oh no. Oh no. One more thing we could do tonight is, I don't know, make sure that some of the brake lines come off, and it kind of seems like they're gonna. At least these are, the ones that have been soaking in diesel for a day. I was fighting this damn master cylinder nut like hell. I was wondering why. It's because I took the whole stud out. New master cylinder comes with new rod. It's a plural.
Well, better chance that we actually have the right one.
Yeah, there's two wrong
But since
ones.
since there's two, that means there's a third option.
There's two, so neither of those will work for sure.
Exactly.
But we'll have this one.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll crawl in there tomorrow and.
That's a tomorrow thing.
That's a
not,
tomorrow
Yeah,
thing.
we need masks and gloves.
Well, we're back at it this morning.
It's a little chillier this morning.
It is getting chilly. You do brakes.
Yep.
On the front at least. I'm gonna actually work on vacuuming this thing out.
We have masks and gloves.
Yeah. Went to Walmart last night and bought some supplies. This thing is so nasty. I have some work to do in here, and I just don't want to do it until this is somewhat clean-ish.
Well, the brakes are off to a marvelous start.
Great.
Yeah. You got bearings, right?
Yeah, I got bearings.
All right, we're good. Maybe just dust it off a little bit.
Yeah. Get the brake clean and
Yeah.
fix it right up. It's done. There's a lot of big things I got to get out of here by hand, and then we can start vacuuming. I don't think I'll be keeping any of these 8-track tapes. All the labels are off of them. Just pick up the whole floor mat and throw the whole thing away. There's an aerosol can. All that's left is the top and the straw. Jim, my hoarder instincts are kicking in. Do I need to keep this?
Bro, step away from the floor mat.
Look at that side. Level with the drive shaft tunnel. I don't think it's rotten under here. It's just full of shit. Oh my god. I found the seat belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim, you just won at brake line roulette.
Yes, I did, and it is spinning freely.
Nice. That's called success right there, baby.
It's called skill, baby. I just can't believe, Dalton, how it's flush over here, like level.
Yeah.
Like, do you need a scooper on this side?
A shovel would be handy.
Shovel? There's actually floors in the car.
No, this whole, I mean, it's got a couple of holes, but it ain't that bad.
No, it's not that bad at all.
Michael's back.
He's a glutton for punishment.
He is.
He came voluntarily. That's a next level step of stupidity.
Like I said, I make very bad decisions all the time.
He's here voluntarily. You can't even go home.
I can't even leave. I'm stranded here.
We still need a crank pulley.
Yeah, thank you, Zeb.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna rob this shit.
we're gonna steal it from Zeb, the guy who I bought the cars from. I'll have to mail it back to him. Take the fan too. Oh, actually, the alternator doesn't line up with that down there either. I've been plugging away on the interior. Jim's getting that brake put back together. And Michael has been robbing the pulleys off that engine in the corner, but unfortunately, that is a later model Ford engine.
Yes.
And that has a different balance. So the damper is different, and because the damper is different, the crankshaft pulley doesn't line up at all. So even if we use everything off of that engine, it still is not going to work.
Because the water pump and damper don't match.
Yeah. We could use some washers and get close-ish, but we're going to see if we can't figure something else out before we do that. What in the name of God? I don't want to know. This was bad. Really bad, but the whole thing's pretty solid. One nice thing about these, you hardly ever got to put a trunk floor in because the trunk floor is the gas tank, just like a Mustang. This is a unibody car. Frame rails, very solid. There was good stuff under here, but not for long with that wet poop and dirt. I mean, I think we saved this car. I got Jim and Michael on some errand runs, getting wheels and tires mounted, and found a guy local who might have the pulleys. So they ran out to go do some hunting around, and that's why I like to do this with my friends, and new friends, in Michael's case. We can kind of multitask that way. So I'm gonna get this brake thrown together here with some new stuff I brought along. So gotta keep moving, gotta keep pushing the ball forward, right? I mean, we have one extra day. If we need it, we can do it, but I'd really like to be on the road tomorrow. Also, I bought the other car that's out there. We still have to figure out how to get that home too. And I have my car trailer, but that car no longer has an axle, if you recall. And so I got a buddy with a tow truck, might be able to haul it for us. Well, I gave it about 5 seconds of trying to get the hub out of this drum, which I brought new drums. It ain't coming out of there, and we don't have time for it. So, actually, this drum in particular, at least, is in really good shape. I think this car is just tickled to death that somebody's taken the time to mess with it. Pack them the old-fashioned way, get a little bit in your hand, and then scrape it through until it starts to come out the front of the bearing. I'm scraping it through each spot till I see red pop through. Then you know it's packed full of grease all around the rollers. What I like to do is crank that nut down all the way, shove the grease in there, basically back it off to the first place I can get a cotter key in, and you'll be close enough. Well, you guys kind of struck out on the crank pulley.
We tried.
Yeah.
A for effort.
Yeah, you made it fit. This is some kind of early 69, 68, 302 or something. It's something. 289. I don't know.
It's an engine.
It's different because the balancer is different. It has this ridge on it. Well, all the pulleys we have a ridge on them. like this. And that obviously doesn't work. So the guys went, and a guy down the road, they gave them a pulley, used that guy's tools, mauled out the in that ring, and it does fit now, but it doesn't line up with anything, not the water pump, or I don't know if we have the wrong water pump pulley or what. But we can see here it is a C8OE pulley, meaning 1968, which means it should fit this, but it didn't fit this. It even says 302 on it. I don't know what the hell this is. We got maybe another couple options we're gonna try for, but we'll see. We'll see. We may have to get very creative.
I took the drum off.
Yeah.
We're missing something.
Like what?
Like everything.
Oh.
There's nothing in here.
No, that's all right. We have it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're gonna jump back on this brake. I got that one wrapped up. And Michael's in the car getting the master cylinder popped off, so I'll probably bench bleed that and get that installed. Just bench bleed it on the car. Be a little easier that way. Well, I've got the new master cylinder set on here, but Jim's running into some problems down there, such as there's nothing there. So I guess I'm going to go out to the parts car and try to pull a wheel off of it.
Get parts off the parts car.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be just that easy. Michael's putting on rear air shocks because we got to look cool to drive home. I'm gonna head out into the muddy, rainy mess out here. This is gonna suck. Different brake, but the hardware should be the same. Put back together, voila!
Behold the treasure.
Here's your hardware.
Yes. I'm gonna install it just like this.
Just pop it right on. This drum's pretty AFU, he said.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. I'll try to get the hub out of this, I guess.
Hey Dalton.
Yeah.
Hit it with your purse.
No, we needed to warm it up in here anyway.
It is a little colder today.
I tried like hell to get that hub out of there. It would not come out. We took the drum up to get turned at the local O'Reilly. When they turned it, they found a crack in the lining. While it did clean off a lot of the rust, we had a big crack in it. One of the guys, Jared from the O'Reilly, stopped by, figured he'd give a shot at it. He beat on it, he put it in a press, it still wasn't coming out of there. We're back on the pulley thing here, and I called my buddy Steve with Road Hard Restorations on YouTube. We did that 68 Mustang together. And he said the early 302 289 uses this with the flange. But he also said very early small block Ford has a flange on the balancer. I think what we have here is a really oddball, something strange, some kind of transition year to use later pulleys with the earlier balancer or something. There's something strange here. So what we're going to do, all small block Fords, other than 351, I believe, use a 28 ounce imbalance. If we could get a balancer ordered for a 289 that has a recess in it, because most of them seem to have a recess.
Yeah, it's the centering to center the lower pulley.
And we have the right water pump pulley for sure. We have probably the right crank pulley. We need a balancer that matches our pulleys, and then we'd be good.
Apparently 99% of the pulleys do not have the centering.
Yep.
They center on the balancer, not the other way around, and this is the other way around
because
for some reason.
This style here would work with a 4-bolt pulley, but it's something Ford changed mid-year.
Yeah.
We just happened to get stuck with it. We've got some early model car, and sure enough, it bit us. It's probably the original engine. We would look for the numbers, but I'm not pulling that starter back off because the bolts were super crunchy, and I don't trust them. Michael here has been invaluable. If you can't tell, I'm shot. Jim's shot, and he's really helping. He put air shocks on the rear, and now he's doing front shocks because he's a sucker. I mean, a great friend I've met. Oh, yeah. We have a balancer coming. We got to figure that out because we don't even know if this thing will hold water. But we're going to give this everything we got, meaning all of my money, apparently. Custom gauges. And I'm just going to zip tie them right to the old 8-track bracket here. I think that would be classy.
Extreme gauge mounting.
It's nice that I can lay in here.
And not get HEPA Not
yet.
Whatever virus it's called.
It takes about 3 days for it to show up. Ask me how I know. Reverse zip tie trick.
Is
the
that
180?
Is that the famous 180 reverse zip tie removal?
Look at that. You think that's going anywhere? Probably. Who cares? I'm gonna run a front to rear brake line. Ford, conveniently, has a union fitting right here at the firewall. And the reason for that being is that this is a fastback. Well, some of them were formal roofs, and actually I think the whole car kind of changes in the middle depending on what body style it is. So they have a nice convenient union here that I could just make a, I don't know, about 8 feet of brake line as a straight shot, hook it right up, no problem. I've got this precisely measured using my micrometer. We got a new balancer.
Yep. We got multiple pulleys that will fit it.
We got a shot.
Yes. We have options.
And I'm gonna finish this brake line. We're getting back in it. We're getting back at it.
Yes, we have options. We've gotten a second win.
This brake line is a piece of art or dog shit, one or the other.
One or the other.
You're over here putting races in the hub that we can't get out of the drum.
Yep, because this had the optional liquid cooled front wheel bearings. When I took off the grease cap, I let all the water out. So
oh, shuck.
This one has a slight flaw right here.
There's a crack. It's not all the way across the lining, but it's close. Front to rear line in the car. I get the rubber hose out. We needed to replace this brake line. One size has a 7/16 24 thread. The other side has a 3/8 24 thread, and they are both 3/16 brake lines. Why would you do that? So, Jim is over here trying to save the fitting from the broken brake line. Good luck. That being the case, I'm gonna pop this balancer off and throw our new mystery balancer on and then see if any of the pulleys line up.
You're making headway.
Coming nice and easy, actually. One Chinesium pulley.
No, that's not that one.
I really didn't want to use his stuff, but well, we're stealing it because that's perfect.
Yes.
Damn it!
Let's bolt it on. Let's get a belt. Let's see if the belt fits.
Hang on, actually, I was doing this in the meantime while you were working on that tube nut. How'd that come?
Absolutely. Check it out. One absolutely saved tube nut.
Yep, sure should. Why? Why is that?
So that you have to bring me to get the tube nut out. And
I bet it's because they probably had a problem on the assembly line. They had Larry and Joe doing one brake line and Joe's doing the other. Joe got drunk way too much. Kept putting this brake line over here. And, I mean, you can understand it, I guess. So we'll just make it a different size because Joe keeps screwing up. I'm using my SUR and R brake flare tool here. I bring this thing on revivals from now on. How long did it take me to make that front to rear line, Jim? 5 minutes?
Yes. Looking mighty comfortable down there, sir.
Oh, you know it.
I have one question for you.
What's that?
Are you done yet?
Jim and I are knocking out the rear brakes. They're actually good enough. The shoes are really nice. They just need wheel cylinders.
Hardware's new too.
Yeah, all the hardware's...
Well, I mean, it's not new, but it ain't got many miles on it.
No, it's been replaced. But the cylinders are full of rust and shit. So they need replaced for sure. We got 4 brakes, baby. We can bench bleed master cylinder, bleed some brakes.
And then get the wheels and tires on it.
Hell yeah.
Wait till you see the wheels and tires. They are badass.
It is bleeding time, which is usually,
well, we've already been bleeding.
Well, physically, but I mean the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're gonna bench bleed this. However, this master cylinder from Rock Auto didn't come with a bleeding kit. So I'm gonna supplement with my fingers. You run the pedal. I'll stick my fingers in the holes and...
So I'm gonna pump and you're gonna stick your fingers in the holes until they squirt.
Yeah, one in the front and one in the back. And once it blows these shipping plugs out, I'll know that we're pretty close. Woo! Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I thought, oh, there we go.
There we go. 2-3 pumps and I'll open it up. Okay, nothing yet. Nothing.
Not dropping.
I think I figured out why it was acting weird, Jim.
Why?
Just had a solid stream of dirt come out of that brake line. Like chunks of chocolate.
Out of the bleeder?
Yeah. But
I flushed the line as best I could, but that's the one that was open.
Yeah. I bet shit probably got all the way through, but I think we're good on the front now. We got pressure on both. I'm going to jump back to the rear.
Let's do it.
Now that we have something up here, maybe we can force back here. We've been trying to bleed. The front brakes are totally fine. Well, we got some kind of blockage in the rear brake line, and it's not the prop valve because it comes out of it. And in this car, I'm pretty sure it's just a junction block. So what we should do is replace this line and run a new one up to the junction block up there. And that's probably what we're gonna do, but I was hoping this would work. I've got the line off the prop valve here, and I was gonna futilely try to flush it, and I tried to put the brake cleaner straw in it, and it's completely plugged. Like, plugged.
That would be why we have no fluid to the back.
Yeah, and that's why the pedal feels really good.
Yeah, it got line lock. It'll do really good burnouts right now.
Natural line lock. Covered our oddball nut here to go on the prop valve. Got one new fitting on this end, had to make a flare, and we're gonna have a fully functional brake system. Up and over on the firewall with the brake line, which is how Ford ran it, so don't make fun of me. Yeah, we got decent fluid back here.
Felt good to me. Why don't you see what you think?
Them are brakes.
Oh,
Those are good brakes. Yeah, well, we got 4.
very good brakes.
We actually, you know, it's all new, so I can feel good about that.
I see we have an excellent fuel tank here. Like I said, we have an excellent fuel tank here.
There we are.
Yes.
You run under the seat, and then just pick one of the holes.
Yeah.
That raggedy rust hole right here, be good. And the cool thing about rust is it won't cut your fuel line because you just shove it out of the way.
Yeah.
And there you go, done.
And yeah, it's down here. Looking good.
Got my fuel system installation devices. Pro stuff. I mean, you're not just going to find this anywhere. Ah, there.
It's important to have a good line of sight for your fuel hose routing. That's pro no limit right there.
Before we get the supreme victory of wheels and tires, we probably ought to check the rear diff, I guess. Yeah, no, it needs topped off. There's something in it, though. Hopefully it's not more than a quart, because that's all it's getting. It is almost 9 o'clock.
We put in 15 hours today.
15 hours. We put in a solid 12 or 13 yesterday.
I'm going to have to say, officially, I'm tired.
Dude, I don't know if this is obvious. I don't even know where I'm at right now.
Oh, look at that grin.
So these are Legendary Wheels Company reproduction Torino GT wheels for this car. I was looking on Summit. I'm like, what can I overnight? What do they have in stock down in Arlington, which is closest? They were only 180 bucks a wheel, which is, you know, it's not cheap, but it's way cheaper than a Krieger or something like that. They're an aluminum 15-inch version of the original 10-hole wheel that this car could have had. And they accept the same GT center cap, which we have a few of, but I do have a set at home. They're polished to a mirror, man. I could barely get my hand in between the tire and the leaf spring. I'm glad I almost bought a 275/60, and it's a very good thing I did not. 255/60 is about it. I paid $2,000 for both of these cars.
Yes.
These wheels were 180 a piece, and the tires were about 150 a piece. I paid more for the wheels and tires than this car. And the front. Ooh. Oh my God, it is so close to that upper control arm. It's not rubbing it. I mean, technically it should be fine, right? I mean,
It's not touching.
it is not touching. I'll just tickle it with the grinder. Just don't drive down any gravel roads. You might get a rock stuck in there. Interesting development. I'm putting the wheel on over here. So I've got, maybe just a hair over a finger width between the tire and the spring on that side. I got a full inch over here. I mean, a lot of room. Which means, that is probably pretty obvious, this frame rail, the spring is in, it's on its perches, everything's in right, but this whole frame rail is pushed in about an inch. It looks good back here. A little bit of air in the shocks, but
Yeah.
I bought them anticipating that it would need it. I almost forgot. Had to put center caps in. Well, the two GT ones we have. Well, we're back and refreshed this morning,
Yes.
and it's time to get back to work. We're gonna jump right on pulleys. Try to get a fan of pulleys on this thing and a belt. Radiator hoses, fill it with water. watch it pour out of the freeze plugs, and then trailer it home.
Well, we need to clean the windshield, and yeah. That was the first wipe. Second wipe over the same area. Holy crap. Let's go for a third wipe.
We got a fan, and then hopefully this fan clears the radiator. It's not something I considered at all.
Like a glove.
No.
That's awful close to the way it's hitting the tank on the bottom.
Yeah, but I've got some adjustment. Yeah.
It'll work there.
Wow, it's glass.
Yeah. There's a car inside there.
Huh. I got a lower hose on it. Just put a flex hose on it. Mortsky be damned. I think that'll work. Everything's a very tight fit, but I think it will function. I'm gonna tighten that belt up, toss the radiator in. I got this radiator from Summit Racing along with the wheels. It's pretty nice. Maybe a little bit nicer than the typical Chinese unit. Yeah, Jim's working on our custom battery tray install here. See, there's one hole in the apron that we think we can angle a bolt through. And I'm pretty sure that means that's where it's supposed to go, you know?
Factory.
Wow.
This is, that's horrible.
We got to take a little break from this because Micah with Empire of Rust on YouTube is here, and he's going to save me from having to load up that other car. He rolls around in this big old square body wrecker and said, yeah, I'll haul that home. I said, good luck. I didn't know how to get this thing on the trailer, really. Yeah, you're hauling this Jim home. It's actually not a bad car at all. I don't know what to do with it yet, but we'll see.
I got an idea.
What?
Dirt car.
I think dirt track, for sure. I mean, Torino Talladega, David Pearson, Cale Yarborough. So you volunteered, stupidly, to haul this to my house. And I have a trailer right over there, but getting this on the trailer might have proved interesting.
Difficult, at least.
At very minimum.
And we may need that trailer yet today.
You never know. So,
have you seen what you're driving?
Yeah,
Okay.
It might be handy to have that around. I guess we'll get her hooked up to the springs.
Let the sketchiness begin.
Yep. This is going to be on your channel because it's probably some sort of lawsuit. I'm not sure what, but holy shit, that's scary. You guys have been busy. Michael's back.
I figured we'd leave the new hood off until we're ready to be done so we have better access.
Yeah, we should have pulled it in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. What were we thinking?
Not very smart. Pour it on the side.
Yeah, lay it outside. If this was your yard, I wouldn't worry about it, Dalton, but
Yeah, well, we got to teach him something.
Yeah.
There you go. See how that pours nice and smooth? Lets the air out of the top. There you go. I don't see it pouring out yet. Push button, wired. Have to professionally install it to this ashtray, though. You see now I just got my key. I can turn that on, which we have a dash light now. That's new. And we have crankage. Watch your fingers. Beautiful. Well, that's almost getting in there, Jim.
it's getting in there.
Running on her own. I think.
Shut her off! Shut her off!
Factory metal line leaking.
Yeah, pinhole right here.
Hey, it's got pressure though. We're just gonna delete it.
Well, it isn't very thin, that's for sure.
I'm just gonna run it right up here to the straight part. We'll just bypass that whole chunk there. We got the fuel line fixed. We're gonna pop this thing back off. We do have some throttle leakage stuff we gotta deal with, but we're gonna warm it up and see if it explodes to know if we need to deal with that or not. Shit, yeah.
Might not be getting fuel. Why don't you crank it and I'll just hold it to the can here. Something's blocked. It's just like a piston. Yep. So we have to fix this. Let's just change, let's put just rubber.
Something's plugged in that line. Go figure. Rust.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least you got some gas to crank it with now. You can see here Jim's having to hold the throttle shut on it because it keeps wanting to rev to the moon. That was something we were going to have to fix for sure.
Just a small fire, nothing to worry about.
We thought we heard a vacuum leak, but I couldn't find it with brake clean.
There was hot air coming off the radiator, so it's warmed up.
It literally looked like gravel, like Car is currently sitting at 190. Well, we figured out the high idle here was just the fast idle is way out of adjustment, so I just leaned it all the way out, which forces the choke to be open all the time. Therefore, we should be able to start it back up.
Set our idle speed.
Check transmission fluid, back it out.
Yes.
And
then Mike's got a big mess to clean off for.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Well, it runs.
Cylinder pump leaks a little bit as we desired. Throttle kept falling out, so we just bend it to, there we go, now it don't fall out.
Oh, it interferes with something that fits.
Yes.
I want to put the hood on before we pull it out, otherwise I'll feel stupid.
No. Marginally better. See, it's not, what's happening here is it's only, you only get half a swing. Wow. It's not grabbing it.
Yeah.
This line looks pretty good on this
It
side.
looks beautiful everywhere except for just this one spot right here.
I wonder why. Weird.
I don't get it. Yep.
Almost.
I need to do a little bit more massaging. Would you look at that?
Just gotta put the finishing touches on.
Uh-oh. On this episode of Dukes of Hazzard, we're Ford boys now. That's tough. This car was sitting 100 yards from here for a few years, but before that it was sitting for about 30 with no rear end, locked up 302, completely disassembled, 3 days.
3 days.
Not even, 2.5.
No, 2.5. 2.5
2.5
very long
days. This just drove out under its own power. Now, will it drive home? I don't know. We still got to figure that out. This is a win. I'm going to take it while I can.
Bad company, and I won't deny. Bad company, till the day I die.
Those tires are too expensive for that. No, thank you.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty gutless.
I
But
think that fuel filter's plugged.
it could be the fuel filter, and it would be worth a
Well, that
try.
metal line.
Yeah.
Damn it, I bet you it shoved some crap up in there. It doesn't take much to plug them little ones.
No. We'll toss a fuel filter on it. It'll drive to O'Reilly. I think I put some gas in it, and I'm pretty sure it'll drive the 8 miles down the road. So, well, we got to clean up Zeb's shop here. We made a mess. Thank you, Zeb. I really appreciate everything.
Not a
Thank
problem.
you.
Not a problem at all. You're welcome.
What's your TikTok?
Z Winton.
Z Winton TikTok. He does
yes.
car stuff too. You've seen the Mustangs and stuff in the background this whole time. We got scrubbing to do and tools to load up. I'm gonna do that real quick. Left for Dead. First time on the road since 1993-ish. I'm very proud of this. Even if it doesn't drive all the way home, I'm very proud of this car and what we did. We're gonna run down to the O'Reilly that's been super helpful here. Say hi to everybody, maybe pick up a fuel filter, and then it's gonna be 200 miles home. 3 gears would be nice. This thing's popping and spitting. I bet you that timing is pretty far out of whack. There we go, there's second maybe. Hell, it don't drive bad at all. It's cutting out pretty good, but maybe it'll come around. Speedometer works, says we're doing 50. I believe it. Running nice and cool, no problem. 50 pounds oil pressure. Pretty damn impressive for an engine that was completely stuck 3 days ago. Look, it's not good. I'm not trying to say that it's like, you know, a good car to drive or anything. It's scary, but it's way better than I thought, considering it's very bent. Also, I smell fire. Do I see fire? Not yet. Just cruising into town. This car probably never thought it'd do that again. Yeah, that right front brake drum is very pissed off. Weird how that works. Door don't work no more. Well, I'll hit a few more bumps. Then it might. How's it look under there, fire?
Just leaking a little something out the overflow. Other stuff burning off.
Yeah, so it was pushing maybe 200, but it's kind of fluctuating. It might have some air in it. Brakes pull a little bit. Smells really bad. Sounds really bad. Has no power. Barely runs. But it's shifted.
We're gonna change this fuel filter because it probably sucked. That line was plugged, that metal one.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And it probably sucked some crap in it, so we're gonna get a fuel filter and change that out. The aroma coming off this smoldering engine is really awful.
Jim's got our fuel filter swapped out, and I'm gonna make sure this thing stays completely rebuilt with this goop. Now she'll be like new. Industrial size seafoam. Micah, how's your wrecker? Not scary at all.
It's not falling apart yet.
You said the weak link is the wrecker,
Yeah.
not the car with no rear end.
Yeah, no, that'll skid pretty good. I think we probably put it right behind this.
Well, let's see if any of that helped. And we'll go get a nice full tank of gas in it too. That might help some. That fuel filter was plugged up. Hopefully that takes care of it. It's gonna be a slow drive home, that's for sure. Died. It started again. We're filled up. We only had 2 gallons of gas in it. That may have been part of the problem. But let's hit it, man. Get some lunch and get on the road. It's warm but cooling off. Let's get moving, see if that helps it out. Yeah, I mean, that's not ideal. Well, that's what you might call suboptimal. That's not good. I don't think that's gonna cool off. Yeah. Too hot. Nope, not coming down.
Yeah, it got hot.
That was quick.
That was real fast.
You think we just didn't get it burped all the way?
No. I think it's plugged.
Plugged like that Pontiac was. There's a lot of shit in that cooling system.
We should have flushed it. I guess we let it cool off and then limped it back up the road here to Zeb's. We only got to go just a few miles, so if we could just get this thing to cool off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now it's down to 190.
Nice.
There's no pressure.
Good.
It's full of shit. It's chock full
Oh
of shit.
man. Took about 3/4 of a gallon. We're gonna burp it again.
It's not happy.
They might have died. There she goes.
See, it would load it up.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
160. Oh, this thing's mad. Mad. Come on, baby, come out of it. All right, we're gonna go back to Zeb's place where I bought the car. We're gonna have to give it another once over here. God dang, that carburetor's junk. Yeah.
The radiator is full of debris.
Yes, it is. Maybe chop the muffler off, because you said you saw a bunch of shit blowing out
Yeah,
of it.
chunks of stuff were coming out, and it just sounds like a rushing sound.
Yeah, that could definitely cause what's going on here. I'm gonna cut this exhaust off, and that's gonna suck, but it'll tell us. I'm gonna chop it here. I think it'll hold itself up.
That's not
We'll
the
see.
optimal way.
I don't know if it was plugged, but it don't look very good, that's for sure. Yeah, nothing fell out of it, but who knows. Thermostat plugged up?
Nope, but we're gonna flush the radiator, and you gotta flush it from the bottom through the top. There's all that shit coming out of it.
Lots of little chunks.
That's what plugged it up across the top. Turbo Gym coolant flush.
Radiator and block.
We did it pretty quick.
Yeah, about as quick as we did with that Skylark.
This was more pleasant. We got whatever was loose out. If it breaks up more,
Let's try to make Neo show.
let's do it.
Let's see if we did any good. It's much louder in here now. We have succeeded in making the vehicle worse. Great. Man, this thing runs awful. God. Definitely a fuel thing, because I could change it with the throttle. It could be a vacuum leak, but I bet it's an internal vacuum leak, and these Autolite carburetors, they're kind of notorious for it. Everybody's about half starved, so let's get some lunch, and maybe we try throwing a set of points in the thing. I mean, we never really looked at them. Temperature's good. If we could get the misfire figured out, we might have a shot here. Jim, you flushed out the distributor cap already. I can smell it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's throw points in a condenser in it and set them with my pack of cigarettes. We want to get on the lobe of the cam. Carefully take out your screws that hold the points in. Same time we do this, we'll throw a new condenser in as well. I'm going to set the gap between the contact points at approximately 17 thousandths of an inch, which is this. Let's see if it runs any better.
Well, run. Arguably better.
Maybe better. If it wasn't that, that's all we got.
If it wasn't that, we'll always wish it was.
200 miles. Well, less than 200 now. Nope. It's a little bit better. At least it's pretty. I get to go slow enough, I can take it all in.
No, it's been a long, long road since I packed up and left on my own, and I carry a heavy load, just trying to get back to a heart.
Well, we're about to get on the highway. I'm gonna give it a shot. It's not good, but I figure we'll probably be more flat on the highway. Maybe. Yeah, we are now on I-49. You kind of got to figure if it barely runs, it's not making as much heat, right? All the misfires have got to be helping. At this point, it's only like 150 miles. We've driven a little bit, and it's keeping it together for now. There's one sweet spot in that throttle pedal. If I just keep it right there, boy, she runs just like she should. I figured it out. If I gotta climb a hill, the carburetor is running lean. So if I gotta climb a hill, I just pump up some gas, and then we can go for a split second. Gotta use that accelerator pump to put enough gas into the intake that it'll move. Huh? Yeah. Oh, we can do highway speeds this way. We just run exclusively on the accelerator pump. I'm doing 65 doing this. My foot is going to be very tired by the end of this. Well, it's getting hot again. Pushed at 230, and it's not happy. It's very mad. What it needs is a real coolant flush, which we could do at home. And it needs a carburetor. It's running so lean, that's not helping anything. We've only got maybe an hour and a half of daylight, and we could make it home, probably, if we could do speed. Oh yeah, the car has no wipers or headlights. Did I not mention that? We're so damn close. But, I mean, it's really not changing much, but that's hot. I mean, that's hot. It's right on that ragged edge of like, it might be okay. You go much hotter than that, you can hurt like more than head gaskets. I'm giving it some RPM and it's cooling off. It liked that. It dropped about 20 degrees. Heating back up at lower RPM. Oh. we'll stop at this gas station and make an assessment. Need fuel anyway. Of course, I had the camera off. Freaking thing died. We're gonna let it sit for a minute. Doesn't feel like it's got a ton of.
There is no pressure.
They don't feel like 230 degrees.
You got a rag in there? No pressure.
There's no way this thing was that hot.
It's low.
Let's top it off.
Top it off. Some debris, not nearly as bad as before, but there is some.
I think lean condition, spark advance, not doing anything probably. Yeah. It's got a lot going against it here. That's a lot of water.
It's not smoking or anything.
That is a lot of water to take. I didn't lose, I mean, maybe just a little, but not much. Gallon? What?
You have more water?
I do have more water.
Can I have more water?
No.
It's not full yet.
Okay, where did it go?
Let's not ask.
Okay.
I'd say we should check the oil and see if it's milky, but we can't really do that.
Well, we could do this.
That's fine.
No, actually, it's fine. Yeah.
What's the oil pressure doing?
Below 25.
Rolling or at idle?
Rolling. Is a gallon and a half low?
Gallon and a third.
Mysteriously just went away somewhere. Okay. Aren't you cold?
Full service. Well, I'm in a nice warm Tahoe. I don't know about you.
There. See,
Hold that door.
We fixed this by putting one of the jack stands in the door to hold the window up.
Let me get the inside. Oh, honk at somebody else. Jesus.
Oh, he's gonna sue you now.
Yeah. Can't you see I'm working here?
Yeah, no kidding. Can a man clean his glass?
Yes, in peace.
That looks great, Jim.
Yeah. Looks awesome.
We're gassed up. Let's give it another shot. I'm not done with it yet. I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, she did. Come on, baby. You got like an hour left. You can do it. On the wood. Back to accelerator pump cruising. Well, we're back to getting hot again. I don't think it was the lack of water, or rather it's probably whatever's eating the water. Head gasket. We're pushing 240 now. 60 more miles. Damn it. That's cooling off a little. My willingness to keep going might have something to do with this as well.
Leave a message with the ring. You can find me where the wind blows. Stone across the pane.
Getting too dark. Drive with no headlights, so. Hey, that was better than last time. But it's much too dark to drive without headlights now. I'm going to get pulled over for sure. So I'm going to pull off here. We're only like 45 minutes from home now. And it's going to give the car a chance to cool off again. We'll rig up some headlights. Easy enough. Ah, yeah. Hey, it didn't die. Wow. Impressive. Now you hate to see it. Yep. At least it'll be warm to work around. Let's see here. Which headlight do I want? All we're going to do is just put some terminals right on one headlight at least, maybe two. Stick them right on the battery. Boom, headlights.
I say we do two headlights. I mean, we did do all four brakes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm glad
We're all about safety here.
And on the fourth day, God said, have two shitty light bulbs. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna jam this in here, and that means we'll be totally legal now. Yeah, Jim, how much more did it take?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird how that happens. Anyway, and there. Look how legal I am.
Legal enough.
Come on, baby, yeah. You got headlights now. I was nice to you. I've been so nice to you the whole time. I like you, god dang it. I can't see anything through this window. You know, the good thing is, I can't see the gauges, so I don't know what's going on. That's a good thing, right?
In the frost upon the heart, you got no place to be. Still you want.
One squirt at a time, we are now 30 miles from home. I'm getting a little car sick, and I'm really regretting cutting that muffler off for no reason. But it is what it is. I'm thinking this thing needs a 347 anyway. Made it back to my hometown, so be home in just a few minutes, hopefully, if I can idle my way through town. Ha ha. I know it's dark, you can't see. Sorry. You pay for quantity, not quality. We're home, baby. Hell yeah. I think it's saying it's home. Wow. Okay. See, I fixed it.
Yes, it's fixed.
Here, allow me to turn the headlights off. Okay, they're off. Well, Micah, you made it here too with your equally sketchy setup over there. Well, I appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah.
We'll go find somewhere to dump that quick. We made it.
Yes, we did. How did I get drawn into this?
You volunteered.
I kind of did.
Yeah.
But it was a blast.
It was fun.
And we met a lot of really cool people.
We did.
And we got to revive a pretty badass car.
Yeah.
It's a little angry right now, but we'll make it all better.
And just like that, this car that sat for over 30 years after a wreck, and then sat without an axle for a number of years, with an engine that was locked up, drove 200 miles home. It's just that easy. How long did we work the last 3 days? It was like 42 hours.
Including today, yes. 42 hours and 3.5 days. Just do it.
Just that easy.
Yeah.
Good God. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Go to polebarnmerch.com, and we'll see you next time. We'll probably be working on that, maybe.